Howdy all, and welcome to Lax Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. I just finished looking at the post. I didn't see when it was posted, but they mentioned over at the 7 Days to Die website that... Oh! Back off, dude. That Alpha 10 is on the way. With the potential it could have been here the 15th, but since today's like the 17th, I don't think that happened. But that's alright. I was just glad to see news that the new things are coming. New character creation. That should be awesome. Be able to make my own character. At least I think that's awesome. Oh, this is an interesting building. Somebody done busted out one of the blocks already. That was kind of cool. Have I seen these kind of buildings before? I mean, they look... This is like a double-wide store. I don't think I've seen one of these before. A double-wide store. So, new wellness thing. Thirst and hunger have been redone. They said they were just going to try and put in the basics for character creation, and then they've basically got the whole thing much farther than they expected to have it, and so I'm looking forward to that. I love character creation. And then, I mean, you never get to see your own guy, but it's one of my favorite things to do in any kind of game that has character creation. Man, I wish I hadn't thrown away my helmet. It's starting to get dark in this game. This is a lot like the other stores, but it's much bigger. I like it. What else did I see on their little list there? Psst. I'm over here. I didn't see anything about the mocap zombies. I thought the mocap zombies were supposed to be coming in here pretty quick. But I didn't see anything on that. Probably have to start a new... I'll have to start a new map, won't I, to make a new character. So, yeah, we'll have to start over when the Alpha 10 comes out. I gotta have my own character. I wonder if they'll have glasses. Just wouldn't be me without glasses. Hey! Eat sledgehammer. Hey, fat zombie. Ooh, I better eat myself here. Well, I'm not gonna eat myself. I'm gonna eat some of this venison that I cooked up. Heat maps was something they had on the list. It sounded cool. Things that happen in a zone, like sounds and smells and cooking, forges, animal leftovers from hunting, that kind of stuff. All update the heat map, and so the a zone can become hot. And what really sounded cool to me was the if a zone gets hot enough, then the spider zombies will come and check it out. And then if they find something, they'll start screaming to call the other zombies. So that sounded pretty awesome. I like their whole hierarchy to the zombies they've got going. Sounds awesome. Speaking of zombies, I hope he's on the other side of the wall and not behind me. The latest episode of Z Nation, I watched that shortly before starting to record. It was okay. It's a little hokey. Dang it. Those aren't the parts I need. You make me sad, game. Why can't you just give me the parts? I should have known that was coming. I hit the record button. Not one phone ring all afternoon. Well, I haven't been here all afternoon, I guess, but since I got home from work, not once has the phone rung until I hit the record button. I don't know how you got inside, but I'm going to take advantage of it. Oh, dang it. Too much stuff. What can I get rid of? You know what? Why don't you just... Well, no. I can't trust you to hang on to that. Here. You hang out in here for a second, alright? I'm gonna go ahead and repair my tools. That's what I'll do. So the new issue? No. The new episode of Zombie Nation. I was gonna look it up on a map, and I forgot. But somehow they went from Kansas to South Dakota. And so we're back to the team that has the guy with the cure. I forgot what his name is again. And so they're out in the middle of the nowhere, and and so of course they're all complaining about how much effort it's taking to he does say, and it made me laugh, the zombie guy, he says, this entire state uphill. I thought that was funny. But they're in South Dakota, and they're looking for a town. They've got a map. They can't find the town. They come up on some buildings. They go in the buildings. They're glowing green zombies. And apparently they're irradiated. They've got some kind of fungus, and the fungus glows when they're next to radiation, and they're at a nuclear power plant. Somehow they missed a nuclear power plant as they were coming in to these buildings. And I don't know if you've ever been near a nuclear power plant, but they're several stories tall. And so I'm not sure how they missed them walking up to a couple of two-story tall buildings. Like the cooling towers on a nuclear power plant are very tall. You can see them for miles. Somehow they missed it. Just like I missed trying to get up on this ladder. I can't do it. But they met a couple of people there, and they're like, there's only 3 people left in town. What is that? Oh, a cloth jacket. And so I don't know. The power plant is about to explode. Is basically what is happening in this episode. The nuclear power plant is about to explode. The one guy has radiation sickness, and his daughter is with him, and she's a pilot, and so she says she can fly them out. And so they're like, well, this guy's the cure to the zombie apocalypse, so you should probably fly him out. And she's like, well, I'm not leaving here until we can save my dad, but if things are about to go bad, then I'll take us out. And I don't know. They go in and they try to stop it, and it doesn't work. And so now the the plant's gonna explode, and that look like a castle. And so I did that building already, right? And then I did this building. So now I need to do this building down here. One of the nice houses. And so... Oh, look there's a dude on the roof. How'd you get on the roof? And why is my guy tired? Dude, I swatted with the sledgehammer twice in midair just to point at things, and that exhausted you. Can we do something about the stamina in this game? I understand you don't want people to run forever, but I think my guy's got scurvy or something. I don't know. He's always tired. I've got the what's that disease that makes you tired? Chronic fatigue syndrome. I'm in the middle of a zombie apocalypse with chronic fatigue syndrome. Which I'm pretty sure would be the absolute worst time to have chronic fatigue. Seems how having to run from zombies would probably make you constantly tired anyways. Somebody's trying to get in the bathroom. Take a bath. So they have two what they are calling radiation suits on this show, which are like the lowest level biohazard suits I've ever seen. They're the yellow trash bag kinds. Oh, I didn't want to try and pick that up. I thought it was something to research. Is there somebody out here? Yeah. Shut up, spider zombie. Please have my gun piece. And so the guy and the guy can't get to the nuclear tower because of the nuclear plant because of all the zombies outside of it. Oh man. And so he wants them to fight through the zombies so he can get the nuclear power plant to shut everything off. That's the plan. He's the man with the plan. What is that? Oh, hunting rifle bolt. Some cornmeal. These are nice garage shelves here. Could use some of those. And so, him and, I want to say it's the kid 10,000, go in and... Or no, he goes in by himself. Right. He goes in by himself, and then he comes back out, and he failed, and he dies, and he turns into a zombie, and they kill him. Because that's, what the show's about. And, so then his daughter's like, they're like, well, can you fly him out of here now? And she's like, yeah, I don't have enough fuel for that. And, I was lying. And now we're all gonna die. And they're like, well, can't we shut down the nuclear power plant? Can't you shut down the nuclear power plant? She's like, I'm a pilot. There is that other guy who lives in town that we mentioned earlier in passing. And he was the boss, my father's boss, and so he knows all about the nuclear power plant. He helped build it. And so they go find him, and of course he's got his whole place booby-trapped, and he's become a recluse since his son was killed. And so they sneak past him, past the defenses, and it's really dark in here. And I don't know, him and the kid 10,000, take a shine to each other. And so they have this whole father-son moment thing going. Because remember, 10,000 had to kill his father. And this guy had to kill his son. So, of course, they immediately bond. And I think that's another gun safe down there. And so, I don't know. They head back to the power plant, and the guy and the kid, they work their way into the power plant. And they try to use this robot, which is the dumbest looking robot you've ever seen. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it looks a lot like Krang's Terror Drome off of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Oh, dang it. I was hoping this would be the one. You weren't the one. You failed me. You failed me miserably. And, so they, I don't think it ever gets night on this game. So they, come back out, and they're like, alright, that plan failed. So we're going to have to go to plan 2. And plan 2 is they have 4 radiation suits. 2 yellow trash bags and 2 orange trash bags. Alright, they're not that bad, but they're really like really low level biohazard suits because that's the although they had slow motion fighting in this episode, which I don't think they've had before, which was actually pretty good most of the time. And so, you know, looks like they got a little extra budget. I wish they'd spent more money on their... Ooh, we have a 3-way road here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Tiger Buzz, let's let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yep, not going that way. Let's go this way. But when they were shooting with their laser off of their Terrordrome robot, it was tiny. It was small enough that... about the size of a book, like a dictionary, with a eye sticking off the top of it that shot a laser that was hot enough and powerful enough to cut through zombies, and actually made one of the zombies' head explode into gel. I don't know, liquid paint. His head popped and it just burst into liquid paint that drooled down the front of him. Eventually, the robot got destroyed, and I don't know exactly what they were going to do with the robot because of what was wrong, but I don't know. So while this is going on, they convert the airplane to use alcohol because the guy who they've got trying to fix the nuclear power plant had a giant stash of vodka. And so they thought they could use the vodka to drive the plane and... or not drive the plane, but fuel the plane. And so... they convert the plane over. Oh no. Looks like we may crash. I don't know what we saw, but we still appear to be recording, so I'm just gonna go with it and hope we don't crash completely out of the game. Okay, I want to grab some coal. Coal? Yes. And some... Nope, not iron fragments. I need stone fragments. Nope. I need stone fragments. There we go. Just getting ready for that nighttime when I have to hole up and I need to cook up some food and stuff. Maybe make some torches would be nice. I haven't made any torches. I like to be able to see. I'd like to do one more set of boulders here. Ooh, I'm like out of water. Drink. And so, anyways, they put on. Oh, they send the plane off with its alcohol burning engine. Apparently, the woman who's in charge, because I still don't know names, she had once converted an engine from gas to alcohol. I want to say that most engines can burn alcohol for a short period of time anyways, and so I don't know exactly what she was going to do, but she did it to the plane anyways. And so they took off in the plane, and the plane crashes, and the the woman who was piloting it, she dies, and then zombie guy, he can't bring himself to kill her, and so he frees her from the wreckage, and then she follows him around like a puppy for the rest of the episode. And so then they go into the nuclear power plant, and there's two of them in the yellow suits and two of them in the heavy duty orange suits, and of course it's the guy and the kid are in the heavy duty orange suits. And so they go in, and the other two go in with them as far as they can. And then when it gets to the point where it's too hot, two in the yellow suits come back out, and the other two in the orange suits, the guy and the kid, they go into the reaction chamber area where where they see that two of the cooling rods did not go into the nuclear reactor, and that's why it's about to explode. Like they're like, oh, it's 30 minutes before it explodes at one point. So they maneuver the old guy out over the reactor and lower him down, and then they release the power or the cooling rods, and he pushes the cooling rods into the nuclear reactor. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. And so he pushes the rods in, and then he's like, alright, now I'm about to die from the radiation, so shoot me. And the kid's like, I can't. And he's like, well, I'll make it easy for you. And then he throws himself into the nuclear reactor. And then they go outside, and then the woman who's like the boss of the whole thing, she shows up on a golf cart, and the guy they call Doc comes over, and he's like, oh, is this a battery charger? She's like, yeah, I couldn't find a working vehicle, so this will help us get going. Like, so what's the plan now? Because our whole mission was to take that guy to California, and now he's gone in the plane. And so while they're standing there, he comes staggering up with the zombie woman following him. And he's like, yeah, your alcohol idea worked great. We crashed after like 10 minutes in the air. I've been walking for like 100 miles today. And they're like 100 miles. He's like, well, maybe it was like 10, but it felt like 100. And they're like, well, where's the pilot? And he's like, points back at her. And so he won't let him kill her. And he's like, it felt wrong to kill her. And so maybe we'll try a new form of mercy. And that was the episode. So yeah, they stopped the nuclear explosion. It was okay. The whole father-son moments between the dude were a little hokey. The dude and the kid. And the guy who's the zombie guy, he had his normal can't make up their minds what his personality is supposed to be from moment to moment. At least he didn't act a zombie today. I mean, not that I okay, so like 2 episodes ago when they had the firing range episode where they had like the big gun show, and he went all psycho and was biting this dude like a zombie. He hasn't acted like a zombie since. In fact, last episode or 2 episodes ago, if I remember right, he was like really happy and jovial. Oh yeah, he was. He was really happy and jovial, and the zombies have nothing to do with him now. And that's when he locked him in the morgue to hide from the zombie horde, and then went out to town, and then totally let a zombie in to kill people after he stole their supplies, and so this episode he was just like caring and like broken up because they were gonna separate, and felt sorry for the zombie woman, and it's just it's it's not quite the personality he's been exhibiting up to this point. So I found it a little bizarre, but that's all right. Okay, I'm gonna check. Maybe we'll get lucky and this will be the building. Maybe. I can't believe I can't find that last Magnum piece. It's ridiculous. Oh, I'm like, what are you? But you're just a crawler. I'm also surprised the game didn't crash. I expected the game to crash right out. I guess whatever error I had there is not as bad as I thought. And we're now like a half hour into what used to be nighttime. What's going on here? They must have changed the day-night cycle. Oh, this is a house. I thought it was a church. I totally didn't pay attention, I guess. Also zombie-like, I watched... I don't... Oh, you know what? Let me finish talking about Z Nation a little bit here. So... there's food in this house and I don't have any room to carry it. So, Z Nation has schizophrenia when it comes to their zombies, and they need to have a sit down and decide what exactly their zombies are, because as far as I can tell, you only become a zombie when you get bit or when you die. Those are your two options. Like, at one point it was just if you get bit, and then it's if you die. So they're clearly undead coming back to life. Yes? Because dead people are getting up after they've been killed as zombies. So they are the undead. They're not virus zombies. So if they're the undead, and any blow to the head will kill them, which all zombie things do, but I really think they need to switch that to you have to destroy the brainstem, because I really don't think that smashing someone in the forehead after they're a zombie would stop them. But they totally showed zombies being killed by throat cuts today. I feel like I didn't completely search this place. Did I go upstairs? Yeah, this place doesn't have a attic. Weird. This is a different looking house. It's been a while since I've been in just a little house like this. Alright. But yeah, throat slashes. She just slashed them across the throat, blood comes splurting out, they fall to the ground dead. Or re-dead, or whatever you call it. I was a little disappointed by that, because that's totally not how zombies work. You can't just slice their throats open. Because if they're dead, then it's not their circulatory system keeping them up. If they're virus zombies, then yes, you could slice their throats open and they would bleed to death because it's a virus and not whatever it is that makes undead zombies undead. Technically, I guess on The Walking Dead, they should be able to just cut their throats because those are no, because they die and they come back as a zombie. So yeah, I don't know. It's confusing to me. Definitely don't think zombies should go down from a throat slice though. That was weird. All right. I want to mention one other thing in the patch notes or the upcoming 10 was that they're going to be beefing up the defenses on the buildings, and so a lot more boarded over windows and things like that. So as they said, expect it to be more difficult to loot. I don't know if I'm too happy about that. It's already irritating enough to hack your way into things with the axe. Alright, now it's really getting dark. And then I also wanted to mention the show I watched this weekend. It's zombie-like, and I see the Sci-Fi Channel's got another season of it. Starts here in January. I think they had a mid-season finale, and so this is going to be the rest of the season. There's only one season that I'm aware of. I didn't look that close into it. But it is also available on Netflix, so if you have Netflix, you can just watch the whole thing there like I did. And it's called Helix, and it's about a team from the CDC who gets sent to an Arctic research station owned by a private company. And it turns out they were working on some kind of virus, and people have been infected, and they're losing control of their research station, and the infected are very zombie-like, and they're not zombies though per se because they're still alive, and I think they have to eat and stuff, but they spread the virus by spitting black goop at people, which is pretty gross. But it was pretty good, I guess. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be, but it had decent enough plot line and actors and stuff. It's definitely a step up from C Nation. All of the music in it is horrible. It's got elevator music. All the music is elevator music. The theme song is the worst thing I've ever heard. It's like straight out of a doctor's office or elevator or something. It's horrendous. I mean, it's not loud or anything. It's just not my kind of music. Not even close. I don't know how many episodes it is. They did 10, so it must be like 16 or 20 episodes probably for the first season. And it's there's actually a secret twist. Ooh. The secret twist is dun dun dun. I thought they had these people and they show this woman and she's grinding her teeth at one point in the movie, and so I thought they might be aliens or something, but no, they're just people. That's the twist. They're just people, I guess. I don't understand why she's grinding her teeth now. Like like they made a big deal out of showing you that she was grinding down her teeth, and there's no reason for it as far as I can tell. They just had grinding of the teeth. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it here. It's I don't know if I should let it run through the night before next episode because it's getting pretty dark, or if I should wait and see if we get Alpha 10 before next episode. I'm really disappointed I have not been able to find that last piece of the Magnum. That's really disappointing to me. I really, really, really want to try it out. I mean, come on, it's been in there since like what, Alpha 3 or something? This is Alpha 9, we're about to go on Alpha 10. I've never collected all the pieces. Never. I mean, how many episodes have I been looking for Magnum parts? I've never collected all the pieces. It's ridiculous. I mean, we'll admit, most of the times I have switched maps, but I've been on this particular map. This is like episode 20, I think. So I've been playing for 10 hours. 10 hours on this map, and I cannot find all the pieces to the Magnum. In fact, right now I can't even find any buildings. Alright, click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.